For my marine science project, I picked the topic of surfing. Along with actually getting in the water and taking videos of me surfing, I had to do a lot of research on how waves are formed, along with the board design and why certain boards are designed the way they are. For my project, I had to pick 3 separate beaches to go and surf at. The first of the 3 was Stinson. The second beach I picked to surf at was Bolinas because it's really close to Stinson and has better waves. And finally, the last beach that I picked to surf at for my project was Rodeo Beach at Fort Cronkite. Before I got in the water, I had to learn about ocean bathymetry, which is the study of the ocean floor and how it forms waves. Through the research that I conducted, I learned that there are 4 types of waves. Spilling waves are the waves that are produced when the ocean floor has a gentle slope. As the wave approaches the shore, it slowly releases energy and the crest gradually spills forward down its face until it is all white water. The second type of wave that I had to learn about was called plunging waves. Plunging waves are formed when the incoming swell hits a steep ocean floor or a sea bottom with sudden depth changes. As a result, the wave's crest curls over and explodes onto the trough. The air under the lip of the wave is compressed and a crashing sound is often heard. The third type of wave I learned about was called surging waves. Surging waves are produced when long period swells arrive at coastlines with steep beach profiles. The base of the wave moves fast and does not allow the crest to evolve. As a result, the wave almost doesn't break and there is little white water. The final and last wave that I learned about was a wave called a collapsing wave. Collapsing waves are a blend between surging and plunging waves. The crest never completely breaks and the bottom face of the wave gets vertical and collapses, resulting in white water. I did research on board shape and why boards are made in the specific ways that they are. The board I decided to use was about 6 foot 3 inches tall, with a 3-fin setup and a foam pad for your back foot. The board is about 1 inch thick at its thickest point and about 2 feet wide at its widest point. Although picking a short board wasn't the best idea, it was still really fun, even though I had difficulty catching smaller waves. When I got to Bolinas, I coincidentally met a friend who was working a surf camp there. We started talking, and I mentioned to him how my board is really small and how I was having trouble catching waves. So he told me that he had an extra 8-foot foam top board that I could borrow for my project. So that's what I began to use, and it started helping me catch more and more waves. As you can see in this clip, even with the larger board, the waves were so small that you were basically just riding white water and could only ride the wave for about 5 seconds before you had no more momentum and just had to fall off the board. The last and final beach I went to was Rodeo Beach at Fort Cronkite. Even though the waves at Rodeo Beach were much better than the waves at Stinson or Bolinas had been, I still had trouble catching waves due to a combination of my board being small and me being a little bit tired after surfing for 3 days straight. Overall, I really enjoyed doing this project as it helped me learn about waves and ocean bathymetry, as well as surfboards and how they're shaped and why they're shaped the way they are. This project helped me learn so much more about the ocean and surfing that I hadn't known before. And I would love to do something like this again sometime soon.